Hello, my name is Ippolito, and this is oral, my personal oral commentary. So, language is not only used in speaking or in text, of course, but it can also be in form of imagery language. In fact, sometimes picture can be more contradictory and thought-provoking than words. Pictures are therefore a type of language, since they have the ability of conveying a strong message just with the use of visuals. In this presentation, I will discuss the importance of language in advertisements. I will also analyze the intentions of advertisers and how they convey and persuade people through visual language. I will do this by taking into consideration four different camera advertisements, comparing and contrasting the choice the advertisers made. It will be interesting to see how, I think, since the camera companies, they all have the same objective, they all have the same aim, which is to sell their product. It will be interesting to see how they decide to convey their message in different ways. First ad. So this ad is a rather complicated ad to analyze. In fact, to fully comprehend it, you need to read the caption, which says unnoticeable wide lens photo shoot. And after you read it, I'm gonna leave a second so you can. Oh, actually, it's okay. It becomes then evident that the advertisers are using irony. The point of the ad is, of course, to show that the lenses of the camera are wide and that they frame everything around you. It is ironic because it seems as if the photographer is taking picture of the pigeon, which is rather a peculiar and kind of strange thing to do, rather than taking picture of two good-looking women to his left. So the message is that with this camera you will be able to take a picture of everything that's around you. The fact that there's two women on the left brings another concept, which is the role of women and the power relation. In this advertisement, in fact, women are depicted vulgarly because they're portrayed as objects whose only good aspect is their looks, completely ignoring the intellectual abilities a woman could have. And so this is an example, in my opinion, of a sexist ad, and it can only such a sexist ad can be an effective ad only in a sexist society. Therefore, the statement "we live in a sexist society." It is in fact no surprise to me that the advertisers did not choose to switch the positions around, women taking pictures of good-looking men. It's never like that. Second ad. In this ad, again, there are again elements of sexism. The woman is, in fact, portrayed as an object of men's desires. This ad can be interpreted in many ways, in my opinion. First of all, there's symbolism. In fact, the men represent the camera. As the woman moved, all men noticed it, and they are now observing the woman's breast, implying that the camera would do the exact same thing when utilized. So, taking this further, interpreting this more, is that the message is that with this camera you will be able to capture the perfect moment. In this case, of course, the perfect moment is the perfect positions of the woman's breast, but it can be applied basically to everything, because this will appeal to any photographer, because it is the objective, in my opinion, of a photographer to capture those special moments, those special instances in lives. It is this which makes the difference between a normal photographer and a great photographer, this ability to capture the special moment. And but I think this ad has a limitation because it's so sexist. I think it appeals mostly to men, which is a limitation, of course, because if there's a woman photographer, she won't be too attracted to this ad because it's not that effective if you're not a man, in my opinion. Next ad. In this ad by Canon, the advertisers, they convey the message that with their camera you will be able to take a picture of fast moving animals, just like the cheetah in this case, and also implies that the final outcome of the picture will be outstanding, because if you're able to stop a running cheetah with metal arms and take a picture of it, then of course it's going to be perfect. Of course, this is a false implication, because you will never be able to make a cheetah pose for a picture, obviously. But such an explicit false implication is very effective, because it emphasizes the idea that with your Canon camera, the picture will be of extraordinary quality, with kind of unexpected accuracy despite the moving object. And again, this is one of the aims of a photographer, is to take a picture of moving things, of moving animals, and make it look like it's not moving, make it like a still image, like a freeze frame. And this is of course really hard to do, and if there's a camera that enables you to do so, then that's exactly what photographers need. So I think Canon here is succeeding and conveying this message. And also another interesting element is how Canon decided to place their logo. In the earlier pictures, there was no logo of the camera. In fact, I think that's a weakness if there's no logo. But in this case, the Canon writing is on the top right corner, and I think it's successful because it really enters our heads and kind of never leaves. So this is again another example of how without words, without text, images can mean a lot. Last ad. This ad is by Lumix, which is a branch of Panasonic. Well, in this ad, the advertisers, in order to induce consumers to purchase the product, which is of course a camera, use clear false implication, which is recognizing the baby's face inside the mother's womb. This is so explicit and easy to spot, which makes the ad very, very ironic. From now on, in fact, our perception on Lumix cameras will be a positive one, very positive one. We will in fact associate it with laughter and sarcasm. I think this is it's kind of the aim of every company, to be perceived in a positive way, even if what they do, yes, taking pictures can be, it is a happy thing, but that's not the main point. The camera is supposed to let you take a good picture, in my opinion. It's not the camera itself that makes you happy. There's a slide. Another technique which makes this ad very, very effective is that the advertisers they chose to make us focus on what they want to focus, which is, okay, let's analyze that. So the background is in different shades of blue, which looks rather insignificant, but the cameras on the bottom of the right and the woman are surrounded by a touch of light. Well, this touch of light not only makes us perceive this, again, as positive, because light is always positive, it's always positive imagery. This also makes our mind focus only on those two elements, which are, what matter, because there's a woman's womb, there's a woman, her body, and then the camera. Well, in addition, the imagery used in this advertisement is very positive. The enlarged womb indicates, of course, the presence of a child, who the viewer will right away associate with vitality and happiness. Usually children, in fact, they generate happiness. The message is that with your Lumix camera, you will be able to frame happy moments of your life in the best possible way. Such as, of course, the happy moments of your life in this case will be the birth of your child. So it is evident how advertisers, how they use positive associations to make perceive the product in a better way, which is I think the aim. Thank you very much.